I'm Claire and this is Helen, and together we run a social enterprise called Splattervan.
Splattervan is a mobile arts facility that uses visual art as a tool for young people to connect to their voice, engage with social and global justice issues, and become active citizens.
We see street art as a real catalyst for social change and a really powerful tool for giving people a voice in their communities.
We're here this weekend with Creativity and Change, running a masterclass for youth workers and people who are interested in street art as a tool for social change.
Interactive, engaging spaces are central to the immersive experience. In this workshop, we had a cosy reading room, an interactive learning space, a projection room, and an open studio full of carefully selected materials. It helped to be in the nice environment of the Crawford College of Art and Design, which is located right in the centre of Cork City, and an ideal base from which to nurture urban artists. We began the weekend by introducing participants to street art as an effective method for activism, showing them examples of artivists we love, like JR, Shepherd Ferry, and Ireland's own Joe Coughlan, who all use street art in socially engaged ways.
Our workshops are designed to allow participants to explore complicated social justice topics in fun and accessible ways, and to take creative action on the issues they connect to. Strongly emerged from this group's discussion was their concern about the inaction from those in power in response to climate change. They came up with the image of the three monkeys to express how people are closed off to the truth of the issue, and together wrote the slogan, "See, hear, speak, the tide is turning," to go with it. Each participant posed, covering their eyes, ears or mouth, and we photographed them in these poses. We edited these on Photoshop and printed one for each group member. They then created colourful posters from recycled cardboard that drew attention to a cause that is important to them, in reaction to the imposing, wasteful posters that are ubiquitous during election time. Our street artists hung their posters in interesting locations around the city, in the hope of interrupting the public's view with something different and unusual, to make them take notice and think about the issues each piece addressed. We gave a demo of our digital toolkit, which includes cameras, iPads, computers, printers and projectors, which are all useful but not essential to creating quality street art. We introduced apps and software that are useful for generating stencil-friendly images. Working with stencils is effective because even those who might not feel like they're good at art can create a visually striking, high-quality finished piece with no previous experience. Photographs can be quite easily turned into stencils by using applications like Photoshop to edit them. These are enlarged with digital projectors and traced onto stencil material. They are then carefully cut out with craft blades. Stencils allow participants to use their own images, which adds a personal dimension to the artwork. This is particularly useful when working with young people around themes of identity and empowerment. Putting the person in their art gives them ownership over it and pride in what they have created.
Creating street art as a group is empowering, as it gives you a public platform to share your ideas and enables you to engage with your community in new ways. We consciously stay away from spray paint in favour of more sustainable materials. Participants used all-weather paint and sponges to transfer the images to the wall. Teamwork was central to the creation of our mural. The artists working together adds to the learning experience and the feeling of achievement as a group when the piece is complete. Three of the most powerful images were selected to be the focal point of the piece, and the group worked together to put these and the text in place. After painting, everyone got involved in transcribing words from our earlier conversations about climate change around the larger figures, and the idea is that members of the public might add their contributions in the future.
The art that this group created together is extremely effective. The image is instantly recognisable as a message in itself, but challenges the viewer to look at it from a new perspective. The slogan doesn't preach, but subtly refers to the evil of governments and corporations, while also nodding to the sea change that is beginning to happen all over the world, propelled by ordinary people.
When you work with other people who have different experiences and different ideas, it actually works really, really well, and that we can compromise and create something really collaborative and special and get to know other people along the way.
Making public art collaboratively encourages people to think about the visual landscape around them and their part in shaping it. It brings up questions about what sort of images we are bombarded with every day, whose interests those images serve, and what effect they might be having on us. Key skills that participants will take away are tools for creatively collaborating in groups, games and ideas for generating discussions, practical ways to turn those discussions into powerful visual images, and then really practical things like Photoshop, stencil making, the right sort of paint to use. We really want them to go away with a ready-made toolkit so they can go and carry out their own street art projects.
Yeah, and at the same time they'll have a visually striking piece in a prominent area of Cork City that they can have pride in, but will also go on to engage the public in climate action.